Hello and welcome to my stream today, where I am, in fact, continuing the Girls Frontline story rundown that I've started. Because why not, honestly? Where we have gone into the Singularity event. And we've actually gotten quite far into it as well. As far as I'm aware, we have finished every single bit of the first arc of the event. Apart from the final map, because that would have taken too long. So let me just switch here and switch here. Has that worked? Yes, that has worked. Very nice. I should also actually unmute the game. As you can see, the 5-year anniversary of Gods Frontline is also going. And there's an event announcement-ish. Yeah. Ayo. So if you play Gods Frontline, there's now currently a lot of stuff that you can buy and you can get and the likes. Because the anniversary. Yeah. Anyway, let's go right into the Singularity. As I move myself further to the right, because otherwise I'm in the way. Great retreats. As far as I'm aware, we've made it all the way through Reignition 1, 2, and 3. But not through 4. Though the 1056 might, you know, go to the ground again. Oh yeah, I saw that you were playing the game. I'm probably going to play today as well, like later today. Oh yeah, this is the map that I definitely didn't play last time. You see, the way that this mission works is that we need to be very careful about which one of these we set to eliminate and which one we leave at chilling. But yeah then, I will. So, first things first, we need to spawn in a unit, move out, and spawn a second unit, so that we don't get encircle captured. Because this is literally the only way you can do that in the first turn. So let me just spawn the second squad. And right now, considering that our allies' turn comes first, I'm going to set all of these to standby except for G11. Because the way that it works is that it should, theoretically, mean that she's going to go for the bean. Oh, there we go. In the next turn, the bean is going to move one tile up, and we set G11 to standby and the rest. Oh well, or we don't have to. Ding, 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 ding. Which means that we have at least 4 turns that we need to spend on this map. Which shouldn't actually be too bad. This map is not actually all that difficult, it just takes a moment because of the turns that you need to spend in it. Because now we need to set 416 to eliminate. While we move both you and you onto different heliports and spawn 2 more squads. For extra movement points. There they go. Very good. And after that, we can spend like 1 or 2 turns on getting an actual route to this place. Which should be too hard. You know what? Sure, machine gun squad. Why not? Not exactly resource efficient. Also ignore this squad. It's kind of ripped apart by the fact that I needed them for... Sorry about that. What was I? Yeah, but I needed them to for explorations. So they are not here. And this turn, 416 will go to the middle, capture that point, and get teleported away. Very good. Next up, UMP9. Alright. Now, our squads are kind of completely overkill for these missions. Like, the strength of the enemies are like 7 to 8,000, and ours is a little bit higher. Just a tiny bit. So, I think we are fine. Very good. That's another few heliports captured. So now with most of the enemies destroyed, we can actually, first of all, set UMP9 to eliminate enemies. Then, march these troops one after the other over here. You to there. You to here. You to over here. And then you onto the heliport. Execute the plan. The reason being is that we need basically kind of a chain to just, you know, speed capture the parts. We still have one extra turn because we need to have 45 in place up top as well. But apart from that, you know, this should be fine. So we have the turn of UMP9 right now, and then next turn is going to be 45, and that should be when we establish our connection. Which is basically as fast as you can finish the mission. Alright. So, how is everyone doing today? As we just wait for this plan to just go through. Which is mostly just moving. All of the combat in this turn is already done. It's just shuffling around. There we go. Did I change you to eliminates? I did. That's very good. If I had forgotten, that would be awkward. Now, UMP9 gets teleported out as well. Very nice. IDW Danya! Somebody's actually fighting our rifle squad. Not that it matters, they're all dead. Alright. Very good. I'll set 45 to eliminate. You can zoom out over here. And, I don't know. I guess we can move some squads around there. We can actually... I don't know, we couldn't silver medal this anyway because we can't get into the upper part, but, you know, close enough. Pretty good. But yeah. This is basically as close as we can get to silver medaling a map in a modern event, because I can't get any units up here, so I can't capture anything. But hey. Now UMP-45 will be heliported out. Supply line established, and now we just need to hold it for like a round or two. Yeah, 2 turns. There should be an airstring because, as I said, it's literally the fastest you can actually do this. You can't play this mission any quicker. The battle ends. Commander, we've succeeded in bringing back the T-Dots from the other side. But none of them have seen the person who contacted us. Stranger still, even the T-Dots don't remember who saved them. So I'm wondering, who on earth were they? A small drone lands near the base. That signal. It's news from Messenger. I'll go take a look. Caretaker of Caretaker says that the order with the highest priority is to retreat to the base in Area S11 and stand by for further instructions once we arrive there. Something like that. MP7 really did complete that mission. I hope she's escaped already. So now we're the only forces still within the contaminated zone. Yes. I'll send out the order to get our things ready and move out right away. I know it's too early to celebrate now, but still. When we return to Area S11, when we get everyone back together again. We'll mount a counterattack Sunday, right? Yeah, I believe that too. Now let's hurry and move out. Meanwhile, in Griffin PMC's HQ. Now for the people that weren't here last time. Shit's about to go down. Berezovich Kruger. I am officially placing you under arrest for involvement in the illegal trafficking of arms, the unlawful modification of civilian dolls, and other crimes. You have the right to remain silent. Even if silence is the only right I have. I know. Mr. Kruger, I seek your cooperation with us to ensure the process goes smoothly. Indeed. It's all just a process, and it could not be going any more smoothly. So don't be nervous, young man. I'm only a criminal, not an enemy. Kruger stands up. Dispense with the formalities. I'm much more familiar with them than you are. Illegal arms trafficking and unlawful modification of civilian dolls. These are pretty good crimes. When I was still in uniform, I once told Carter that the one thing I didn't want to be was to be put on trial as a terrorist. He's a cunning old bastard, but at least he kept his word. It's right. Very nice. So, the leader of Griffin and Kruger has been arrested. Now there's a secret mission here. Messenger. Which I can go to right after we dismantle some dolls. Just feed them to the doll. There we go. Singularity. Messenger. Nope. Also, I'm pretty sure that the way that you get this mission is a bit difficult. I don't quite remember how you get it, but yeah. At the Griffin Temporary Command Post. Hey, are you the commander? Shippy and I would have been reduced to scrap if you hadn't saved us. I'll definitely repay the favor you did us. Therefore, I have a piece of information news to tell you. Important news to tell you now. Along with the withdrawal routes, here, at this position, there's a Sanguis command post. I suggest you destroy it just to be safe. Of course, I'll fight in the Vanguard for you just this time. Huh? Who's that? Greetings, Commander. I'm Thunder50, but you can call me Thunder. For the sake of efficiency, I will save the rest of my introduction for later. I'm now sending you the blueprints of the Sanguis command post. There are many enemies around the SF command post that you intend to attack. I would advise against engaging them directly to preserve your force's strength. This is an infiltration route that I've planned. Please consider and conduct your operation carefully. But I'm supposed to be the star of this battle? What the hell do you think you're doing coming out of nowhere just like that? I'm making sure that a certain crab doesn't take all others with her to earn death. What did you say? Did you just call me a crab? Commander, I will be in the vicinity of the target area and coordinate with your efforts. I look forward to the moment you bring, when the thunder rolls. Transmission ends. Damn it! Damn it! That stupid scorpion must have spread that nickname. Commander, let's get the operation started. Once we get out of this damn place, I'll make sure I settle my score with Scorpion. You see, we need to send a unit to the enemy command post to capture it. Problem, there is a few enemies. Now the direct route is, I think it was all combat. It was not. However, you can just run into a red bean, which isn't great. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! We actually killed the red bean. Lucky. You see, red beans are usually meant to just kill you. That went extraordinarily well. Now, there might be more. Normally you're not supposed to just brute force yourself through the map. You're supposed to avoid these question mark tiles. Go around the enemies. However, that's not what we did. Yeah, there's gotta be a few red beans in now. And that's another red bean dead. So these 25k red beans I can actually kill. That's very good to know. Not the intended way to finish the map, but it's certainly a way. Another red bean? Another red bean, let's go. Very good. Block. And it's gone. Well, straight through the enemy onto the command post. We basically just waltzed straight through a minefield. But yeah, there isn't actually any other story to that mission, it's just that. However, we have now reached the second phase of the event. I just need to remember where this one starts. I don't think it starts at Queen's Gambit 4. Let me quickly check that. Singularity event guide. I don't need the actual guide for the maps, I just need to know where it starts. I think it starts at Splinter Point. You see, these events go a little bit crazy. Map guide. Chapter 2. Let me just... I see, yes. Okay, yes, it's very good. It starts up here at Splinter Point, which is a story mission. Right, orders received. Yes, we'll get it done by tonight. The night is very handy for hiding us. Give me 1 second. Yes. We will definitely stop the military from taking Mastermind. Definitely. Transmission ends. Members of Task Force Defy, we got a new job. First off, you're the team leader, MFI1. Eh? Me? You're the most experienced commander here. I trust you. MFI1 glances at AI-15, who nods. I understand. I will lead everyone in completing the mission. Looking forward to your performance, new leader. Well, someone's sitting back and watching the fireworks. Might as well take the opportunity to see how our seniors do things. Right, say 94? Yes. Welcome, Miss M4A1. Right, now for your orders. The military's current objective is very clear-cut. They want the Sanguisferi mastermind. The objective of this operation is to stop them, and then to figure out why they want to do this. In any case, we're going to be throwing a monkey wrench into the military's plans, right? That's Defy for you. Your current mission is to infiltrate the military-controlled transmissions repeater station. After taking over by force, AK-12 will do the hacking. This is the only way we can further eavesdrop on the military. Acknowledged. Will you be alright by yourself over here, Miss Angie? I won't be taking part in any direct combat on my end, so don't worry. Miss Angie, while completing the mission is a given, may I have your permission to look for a missing T-doll? Sub 2, huh? Sorry, but completing this mission is your top priority. I'll authorize you to take independent action depending on the situation after that. Understood. I'll carry out my orders. Give us a while to sort out our gear. And Thor leads everyone away. Okay, 12. What do you think of M4's performance so far? She strikes me as being a lot more proactive than her data indicates. However, I feel that this is due to the influence of her neuroclouds. Her thought processes tend towards risk-taking, and she lacks a clear sense of purpose. It's as though she was controlled by something other than her orders. I understand. As a new model of Elite T-Doll, it must grate on you to have to take orders from other dolls, huh? Personally, it's not so bad if those orders are interesting enough. Also, hey, Nina 2211 Valorant. I couldn't possibly be the same. Nah. Hello though. Welcome to my stream. Observing the interesting things they do is a hobby of mine. That's just like you. Go and take care of A94. So, we have more night maps. Hope you know where I am. I'm guessing that you're meant to ask who you are. Yes, there you go. Okay, so it is the same person then. Alright. Yeah. It's just a little bit weird to see you with a new nickname every third time you appear in my chat. Because you keep forgetting your password, I'm guessing. Or even the account name itself. I just need to check my objective here. She got like 133 messages on this account in your chat. Then she changed her name. Because that's not the name she used to go by. Okay, I need to send my forces to the heliport down here. So it's the same Twitch account, but you always the name like your Valorant account. Okay. It's a bit odd, but sure. Whatever floats your boat. Oh, Valor. He's still a CSGO man. There have been a few accounts because... Yeah, I know that you have a few accounts. This mission is actually extremely easy. Hi, Wyatt. How are you doing today? Because yes, you hit and fucking value, you're getting flashed 90% of the time. Click. There's an encrypted personal communications request. Oh, at a time like this... Good evening, Persica. What? Is it nighttime already? As informed, did the neural upgrade go well? Not bad so far. There's nothing to worry about. I should thank you on her behalf for providing the upgrade data. Would you mind letting me take a look? I don't mind if it's just peeping at her. Sorry, but they're already preparing for the next mission. Gave her a new mission again. I handed my precious task force defy to her, you know. You're not worried Mastermind's going to capture her? Wouldn't that be better? Mastermind showing herself as a good opportunity for me. But speaking of which, do you know why Mastermind is so eager to capture M4A1? Right now, it looks like she considers that to be more important than even the survival of Sangus Ferry itself. I've been looking into the matter myself, and I've got a few thoughts on the subject. Such as? Lyko. Do you still remember him? I do. He developed Mastermind and he's arguably the man behind it all. At least, that's how it appears on the surface. What does that dead man have to do with M4? You should know what we used to have. You should know that we used to have a relationship. When I was taking the brain scan of the biological model of M4, Lyko asked me to make a full copy as well. And at that time he was developing his own AI framework. So as I understand it, you gave him M4's neural cloud model. That wasn't M4's neural cloud model yet. From an unscientific point of view, perhaps you could call it a soul. Yeah, go on. Talk about that game, I guess. I don't know what's going on, but I guess Nina just wants to play Valorant with Pat. Have fun. Yeah. She's in my Discord as far as I'm aware, Pat. So, you know. But yeah, how are you doing today, Wyatt? Hope you're having a good evening. What? Still, that alone doesn't prove a direct relationship between both parties, and it certainly doesn't explain why the military cares so much about Mastermind. Indeed, it makes no sense. I had some ideas about that earlier, but I need more clues to back them up. Are you phrasing things this way on purpose? I haven't forgotten about what I asked you for earlier. See, I will send it to you in 5 minutes. Still, getting it was a lot harder than expected. You definitely owe me for this. That'll depend on the contents. Have you looked at them? Didn't have the time to. Besides, you'll tell me about them anyway. Oh, and some good news. I found some encrypted data on the military theater command server. What? Things went that well. I'm guessing the military got careless. Want to know what's inside? Though I only peeked at it a little bit. What are you willing to tell me? A few lists of names concerning participants in OGAS. I'll send it over to you in a bit. Besides, all this chaos was linked to the OGAS system, and that restless lot in the military. Can imagine. The OGAS project was an infrastructural plan to build a nationwide system for the previous century. Still, it's very unsettling that the military is so interested in a national level management system like this. Who knows? And there's one more person, Persica. A certain person you know is on the list. I have a good offer for that answer. Who? Your boss, Javier Whitkin. He took part in a military operation in 32 involving OGS and a relic, along with that Carter guy. He was present as part of the technical personnel, which means that he is very familiar with both of these things. So Mr. Javier was involved in this after all. I don't know what I should say, but I guess this is useful information? Yes. Very useful indeed. The question is, what should I do now? That is a question that we shall get an answer to very soon. Also, don't worry about those two. Just let them talk. I'm sure it'll all go fine, you know. Now from here, we get two choices. We can either go down the route of the Queen's Gambit, or promotion. These are two separate storylines going on at the same point in time. And if neither of you have an opinion, I'm going to pick myself. Though actually, I don't expect anyone to pick. So I'm just going to go down the Queen's Gambit line. We good sometime? Yeah, no. I've known you for a while now. Angie, are you making progress? Is this your way of making small talk? I heard that domestic dolls were originally designed to relieve human boredom. Then you've done a good job, because I feel so much better now. Back to the subject, I've managed to work my way past the military's defensive parameter. Ah, that's just like you. Looking to throw your life away as always. Oh yes, unfortunately I just can't quite seem to die. Some bad news, the military is starting to station tanks here. An intercontinental train's been pre-deployed to the sector, and also sent over by the military. It's clear that they've been preparing these reinforcements for a long time. So they're even developing their armored units, or deploying their armored units. Is there a need to go to such lengths for a base of rebellious robots? That must mean that Sangus Ferry is something that the military wants at all costs. In any case, there'll be no stopping the military once those tanks start the push. But it'll be a while before that, right? It'll take at least 3 hours before the armored units arrive. That's why I've marked a transmission repeater station. Take in and look for a way to log in to ensure I can keep a closer look on their movements. We'll need some time to improve the disguise of our ideal signals. Still, do you know that what you'll be able to do after this? Don't worry. Someone will be telling me what to do next. Only thing is, she'll need some time as well. So, more night battles, and I'm probably just gonna have to send my units to the command post. Yes. Now, we have some overwhelming force. For now. The question is... I think I'll try to make it snowball from the beginning. Get some extra squads deployed. Man, I like the Singularity as an event. I really do. So, you will move over here. Well, the other one will move 2 tiles down. Snowballing this into more movement points. At least actually 1 tile down. If I do want to spawn another unit, how about another rifle squad? We only have 5 turns left, but that's simple. There's not much distance between us and that point. The good thing is that anti-armor rifle units and everything will do very well here. They will not miss even though it's night, and they will not be stopped by the armor of the enemy. So that's very good. Now I'll move you 2 tiles over here. You 1 tile over here. You know what, just because it's so nice, I'm gonna move you 2 tiles over here. Capture me that radar station. And the turn, and get me more movement points. You see, that is the reason why I needed some specialized squads on the field. There's a tank. Now, I can just break through the tank with my assault rifle squad, actually, because of, you know... because of the way that they work. Also the fact that they just have that much power, so I'm just going to be able to just go straight through there. And that's what we'll do. This first squad actually has more power than the other one. And they didn't really hold up to the fight. Now, this is basically an introduction to the tank. The way that these tanks work is that they fire a laser beam right down the middle. Which deals a lot of damage. Theoretically, the best squad to fight these guys is M4. Like, M4. Maybe a tank together with it, but M4. That's another mission done. Meanwhile, in 16 Lab HQ, Persica's going through the video files that Squad 4 recovered. Found it. This is the video, I'm sure of it. This is the final security footage of Sangus Ferry's research lab. And also the very last video of Lyko while he was still alive. Lyko was already shot and killed by then. It's the same as the information I obtained earlier. There are no new leads at all. Lyko, is this really all that you're willing to tell me? Don't believe that the present situation is what you wanted. Your deals, your wishes. Also Eliza. Wait a minute. Persica notices a document in the corner. A document. It wasn't mentioned in the report. Persica runs a video reconstruction program. The document is a report, and its title is clearly stated on its cover. Development Journal System B, a feasible assessment on the reactivation of the OGAS system. Persica takes a deep breath. Click. Request received for encrypted communication. Good evening, Persica. I'm guessing you just woke up. Haven't slept for a day, Mr. Javier. Then it would seem I call at just the right time. Yes, I just happen to have a question for you. That's why I called. I want to tell you a few things. About the butterfly incident, and the truth about the OGAS. I came to warn you. Don't dig any deeper into the truth or whatever it is you're looking for. Very good. Javier being a cheeky little fuck, as usual, as we go down the line of the Queen's Gambit. Alright, moving on. Persica, you must stop what you're doing right now. What you know is already too dangerous for you, and there's no need for you to know either. No need. Do you have any idea how the past few years have been for me? Yeah, I don't mind if you don't want to help me, but don't get in my way. I'm doing this to protect you, Persica. Did you know? Kruger was arrested 3 hours ago. Now you know the English word for what you have, but I guess you should write it on WhatsApp to you. Yeah. I will. Do you think I enjoy leaving my seaside resort and my automatic race cars to get involved with these trivial matters of yours? I don't care about whatever science freak you and Lyko birthed before this. His death even brought me an abundance of business opportunities. But the balance has been broken now, Persica. Balance? What did you mean? Everything started with the two of you and Lyko. 2 members of 90 wish you defected, but still refused to abandon their stupid research. This was how Lyko brought disaster upon himself. But what about you, Persica? Don't say you want to keep playing with fire. I put so much money into 16 Lab. You have to take some responsibility for your work, don't you? Mr. Javier, what was the objective of reactivating the OGAS system? Why the hell are you asking me? Do I look like some old man who takes part in evil plots and schemes? I know you know. You once shut it down in 2032. Must say, my god. That's confidential information of the highest level. Where did you learn that from? I have my ways. As you can see, Mr. Javier, I'm already a criminal. I don't mind taking more risks. It was Angie, right? Can't believe she would actually tell you something so classified. It's completely out of character for someone like her. No, don't play dumb with me. How would a shut-in like you come into contact with top-secret information? Alright, how far have you, or rather Angie, dug into this? Mensiks tell me that we should be very close to the truth. This channel isn't secure enough. I'll go to 16 Lab and talk to you in person. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Javier. Again, these missions are not all that difficult. There might be a tank or two, though. So let's just spawn some squats. Get ready for a fight. Nice. Very good. Very good. Breaking through. Ah, right. Bang bang. Very nice. More breakthroughs. More death. Very simple. And then NTW dealing the most damage. Still surprising. In Night Battle, this squad is a little bit lacking because they don't have two rifles. Which is actually funny because it has a higher firepower, but, you know, doesn't do as well. Yeah, sure. And the turn. Right. The tiny little fox. It's time to turn the ferries on. Let's just devastate the entire map. It's just a patrol bot, after all. That should be the only bit of combat. And a very quick clear. Perfect. Very nice. Check. A comms request from Angelia. So, what did you find? How did you know? You haven't contacted me for half an hour. You must have found something. The military's armored units are still in place, which makes me very uneasy. Isn't that a good thing? The military has never taken the initiative to do anything good. They must have some other plan. Diego's still in the fields. I'm sure he's up to something. Never mind that. Job's half done once you get all the data, right? I'm not one to half-ass things, and there's no more data to uncover in the vicinity. After all, we've managed to score a central server for our military theater. Our mission's been going a bit too well. Angie, did you crack this theater server? Huh? Of course not. Someone already pried the firewall open by the time we got there. Didn't you ever wonder why that was the case? I told you, we had no time to think about that back then. Anyway, it was probably because the military personnel forgot about it during their retreat and then it was hacked by Parapluie and opened up, right? Though it's hard to imagine that SF had the ability to crack an important military server. Hacked by Parapluie. No, that's not likely. Even default military firewalls are beyond the ability of SF to get past. So you mean, it wasn't Sangus Ferry that opened the firewall? All I could think about was, back then, was that staying alive, so I didn't have the time to consider that possibility. If it wasn't them, and it wasn't us, then it could only be... Let's flip the script and think about it. Interesting, I'll give it a go. If it was the military that opened the firewall themselves, and all this was part of their plan, does that make sense? Remember what they did during the joint operation. The military charged all the way in, and then Sangus Ferry was forced to fully activate Parapluie. You mean, they deliberately let Parapluie spread? What good would it do for them? Mastermind can see and control anything infected by Parapluie, be it a doll or a server. And then the military deliberately exposed the theater server to Parapluie so Mastermind could see its contents. But what would the military want to show her? No, I can't think of anything. I don't have enough leads. Persica, try to look at it from the opposite perspective. What the military wanted to show the Mastermind was only bait. Getting the Mastermind to look was the aim. Does that give you any ideas? The military invited Mastermind into their own server. What good would that do? Persica, put the military's objectives together and then think about it. The military wants OGAS, and given the information that we have, we can consider the OGS and Mastermind to be the same entity. So this should be the approach that the military has taken to capture Mastermind. NG. What if the military also had Parapluie, or a more powerful electronic control method than the Parapluie virus? A more powerful method? It's hardly impossible. They're seasoned veterans when it comes to electronic warfare. Let's call the version that they have Super Parapluie. Let me think. The military forces Mastermind to deploy Parapluie, which causes Mastermind to find the central server, which the military has deliberately exposed to her. After that, Mastermind thinks she has successfully infected the server and goes one step further to hack into the theater server to control the military units. The military units used its own Super Parapluie to flood Mastermind's infected sectors, which means they could reverse the connection. Exactly. They use the connection to reverse hack Mastermind with Super Parapluie. Who knew that after Corona comes Super Corona? That's not how... This is a computer virus, keep that in mind. Not a high classic. Reverse hacking. You mean the military wants to directly control Mastermind? Is that the military's plan? Just to control SF's Mastermind? That's why they left M4A1 in place, in order to lure Mastermind onto the front lines. It would improve their chances of reverse controlling Mastermind's several-fold. Then why did they go out of their way to attack the AR team when they left her alone on the spot? It's definitely weird. Maybe they felt there was some advantage to be gained by letting an M4 and Mastermind establish a link. That was why I had AK-12 perform an emergency disconnect on M4. Whatever their plan was, at the very least we didn't let them have their way. And after that, they pretended to be beaten, then used their own central server to lure Mastermind in so she could be controlled. You mean to say the military could be carrying out the reverse control operation right now? God damn it. Should have thought of that earlier. So the tanks were just a ruse after all, huh? Don't panic. Hacking a neurocloud of Mastermind's level will require a large-scale electronic battle. They might need a while to get ready. They've never only prepared just one solution to deal with the problem. The armored units are probably a backup measure. Angie, can you do any damage to them on level 2? You want 2 or 3 T-Dots to pull off something like that? What nonsense are you talking? Understand, the computational capacity of several T-Dots simply isn't enough. But at least we could obtain a sample of the military virus, but then again there's not enough time to analyze it. Okay, you think of a way. I'll gather whatever information I can and pass it on to you. I've got another question. If OGAS is so important, why have the military left it there and fought with the Griffin for so long, only to come to collect it now? Now? Yes, they let Griffin have that job for over a year and only came looking for it now. Perhaps because OJS was too dangerous. The file you found on the theater server mentioned it, right? It's connected to the relics. So, why now? Like Isaiah had extremely powerful self-learning abilities. It was his masterpiece, though I didn't know what it has to do with OJS. But perhaps it has more fully matured now, and someone in the military knows that she is mature. Oh, you've got a lead. There's only one person who knew Lyco's methods that well apart from myself. And he hated Lyco to the core, while also being abnormally obsessed with relics. Wait, Persica, do you know... There was once a guy in 90 Wish. If he could have done anything to hurt Lyco, then he would definitely have done it. William. Almost done with the XCOM campaign. The only Psychic left from the Golden Path. Ooh. Neat. Should have known it was you. And here I thought we'd never run into each other again. Fucking William. However, yes. Queen's Gambit 3. Infiltrating that for almost a month in-game time is pain when you have everything else done. That is a long time. That is a long time. Oh, I need to do some enhancement real quick. So, feed more stuff to Delisle. Very good. Singularity. Queen's Gambit 3. Basically, I've already told M4 to have a team stop what they're doing and order AK-12 and A-94 to prepare for electronic warfare. They'll scan and monitor the rate of the network traffic through the repeater station and then send the data to me. After that, I'll send it to you. You need to analyze it quickly and intercept them, and keep Mastermind out of the military's hands. Sounds weird, doesn't it? I mean, she nearly killed me a year ago. And you're still leaving M4 out there. Wouldn't it be better to keep her by your side at a time like this? That's the next step of the plan. If we can stop the military from hacking Mastermind, we can use M4 to immediately draw her into a connection. That way, we'll get our hands on the Mastermind first. You haven't learned your lesson, have you? You always take the riskiest course of action, whether it's for yourself or your teammates. That's why you're the scientist and I'm the soldier. This place is totally out of control, Persica. Any risk is worth taking for victory. Fucking Angie. Being the local badass again. Combat summary. I need to establish a supply line. That shouldn't be too hard? Question mark? But hey, let's see. First up, it's just got to be the usual. Spawn, move, spawn. Because movement points are more valuable than almost anything else. Ah, now that's of course unless you can't spawn. Of course, there's a way around it. You're only allowed to spawn one Dahl echelon. However, that doesn't mean you can't spawn a coalition echelon, because at this time there was no coalition units. However, I will not do that. These are set to expand, I think. Now I need to stop here anyway. Even though I can't spawn anything, I need to stop here, otherwise we lose. Very good. Let's turn that off because it doesn't help us right now. Go over here. And have a squad 4+1 deal with the enemies. We'll stop here again to actually capture the area. There's something moving towards us. Bit by bit. Tile by tile. What it is, I don't know. But I have the feeling we're about to figure it out. It is also currently 2 or 3 towns away from where we need to go. It's Pikachu. I mean, it's certainly yellow. Unfortunately, it's almost certainly a military unit, which is not great for us. For various reasons. 1, after this fight, we're out of ammo. 2, it's probably going to have a lot of strength. It's probably one of those things that's just supposed to act as a timer. So that we're there faster than they are. We're beating them to the goal. Because we need to hold the supply line for 2 turns. Turn number 1. Now, since these units don't move... Oh, no, the... How? It went from up here to down here. How, though? That's odd. Very carefully. Yes. Several minutes later. Click. Persica, you were right. AK-12 reported that the military is carrying out a large-scale hacking operation. But the data's been highly encrypted, so transmission and interception are going to be very difficult. Send it to me no matter what. I'll find a way to solve it. No good. I can't send the order. Perhaps there's really no way. So all we can do is sit back and watch them do this. Angie, could it be that we were fated to lose from the start? No. As a last resort, if the situation is completely unsalvageable... A last resort? What are you talking about, Angie? Persica, if I... Angie? Hey, Angie! What's going on over there? Brr. Angie? The surroundings are deathly silent. She has a nuclear arm. No. No, she does not. Oh, that would be fucking hilarious, though. Queen's Gambit 4. It'd be rad if that was the case. Yeah. Radiation. That's exactly what it would be. So what is our goal here? Establish a supply line for 5 turns. So we need to defend the supply line. Hey, thank you very much for the raid, Becky. Let me just quickly tab out and give you a shout out. And be faster than Classic this time around. Playing Final Fantasy. Actually was watching you for a moment. I beat you to it. No, I was watching you when you were playing... it was either Genshin or the other game that of the Hoyoverse. Stop. You violated the law. Imagine if now my stream went offline and I just fucking disappeared. Just quickly stretch my shoulders. So, right off the bat, we actually have a supply line established. We need to defend it for 5 turns. While I am supposing and guess... Oh, it's the same map, but expanded. I see. As Genshin had given you a muted for that you missed me being tilted at Paimon for an hour. Possibly. I wasn't checking in for long because Genshin just isn't a game for me. What did emergency food do this time? Be emergency food, I guess. Well, that's easy to defeat. Signal noise. At least it's not sister's noise. Not being eatable yet. No bully Kogai. I'm guessing that's the VA then? I think. Yeah, hope the stream went well. You're gonna go up here. To beat the enemy back. Otherwise, Calico and Kaguya-sama. Oh, I see. M950. I actually have her in one of these squads. She's not on the field right now, but she will be in a moment. After you move places, that'll be one of the things you're commissioning. Barbecue party and eating paimon. I'm currently considering to commission art, but I first need to consider finances. Ah, I see. I am limited to 2 units. So while I'm not regretting spawning the rifle squad on the bottom, because I need that, I'm definitely going to have to move it fairly quickly. At the turn, capture both radars and another heliport. That's 1 extra move, my friends. That's a red bean. I don't like that. Don't like red beans. Signal noise should be easy to defeat. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna have to use you to move over here, while I use you to move over here. That should be fairly good. Should continue Genshin's story, but you're having fun with Star Rail instead. I mean, Star Rail is just UMP45's adventure, right? Didn't expect to enjoy the battle system as much either. I don't know what the battle system of that game is. The only thing that I know about Star Rail is that they have a main character that looks a lot like UMP45. Persona-ish? I see. Yeah, I know. Star Rail's turn missed, I see. Prefer Star Rail? I don't know. I like the action combat of Genshin a little bit, but it's just not very deep. That's the thing. Genshin just doesn't have a lot of depth to its combat. Like, the moment that you figure out a little bit how to fight, kind of know most of it. You can get through most of the fights without knowing any, like... I mean, when you're failing at Genshin fights. I don't know. They started out okay, but I kind of got bored with them. From what you heard, the most complicated character in Genshin is Hutao. Possible. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I just know that the characters that I had and the fighting system in general back in the day, because remember, I played it for like 3 weeks after release, and then stopped. It was very simplistic. The animation cancel specific combos, etc., etc., you don't even remember. And that comes from the fact that she was the first character that used HP as a casting resource. I don't know. Well, guess I'll chill. As long as that red bean doesn't come for me, I feel fairly safe. The bean cometh. Yeah, but not your plush bean. This one explodes. And unlike the plush, the red beans that I killed earlier, this one's not at 25k strength. This one's at 60k strength, or 69k strength, I think. We can even take a quick glimpse at it. It's 65k. But yeah, it doesn't matter because it should end now. We've won. Yes, actually. That was my plan. Communications are recovering. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? So the military... Have they seized Mastermind yet? Yes. The yellow notes are KCCO, the military. The red notes are still Sanguis, or general enemy, and blue are mine. White being neutral. At the very least, please be alright, Angie. Persica? Hey, Persica! Angie, what happened to you? Me? I'm fine. Everyone's fine. I just used some borrowed units to take a military comm station and took refuge inside. Phew. What on earth happened just now? And good news, the military failed. Huh? According to some intel, some news I overheard, the military's plan to hack Mastermind didn't work out. While the reason was unclear, I'm sure something I expected must have happened. Does it have anything to do with the comms going down just now? I don't know, and it's not important for now. What matters is the military's follow-up operation. Follow-up? Sorry, I can't think of anything yet. No, isn't it obvious what the military is going to do next? What are you talking about? The sound of rumbling comes over Angie's channel. Naturally, it would be the tanks at the area perimeter. You heard that, didn't you? They're pushing from the base. They're pushing in from the base of the mountain. Once the tanks start rolling, our T-Dots won't be able to stop them with their small arms. This isn't something I can take responsibility for. The military must have learned the Mastermind's location through the hacking attempts, and they're trying to physically seize her now. That's right, which is why we need to grab her first, using... Angie, you're right. You're a soldier, and I'm a scientist. A soldier can sacrifice everything for the mission. Hey, don't make me out to be so heartless. I like those dolls you gave me very much. Everything's still within my calculations. I got things under control. I'll have Phone 4 find Mastermind's position, but you also have to give me a hand. My coffee is ready. All that's left is luck on your part, Angie. Transmission ends. Both of us got no fun. Ha ha! Funny! Queen's Gambit 4 completed. From here on, you would have to re-roll a little bit, or reroute into casting 1. Castling, not casting. It's funny because they do mostly covert shit. It's also funny because that's literally their gimmick. Like, their gimmick is that they are a squad that, whenever they operate together with another squad, they delete their memories. Or at least they do that at the start. When, you know, they're not very heavily integrated into forces. Like, up until this event, actually I think even past this event a bit, nobody meets them and keeps their memories. Like, none of them. They've deleted the fucking memories of the AR squad. They know they exist, but they don't know who they are. And whenever they do delete someone's memories, they also turn up as losses. Oh, time to feed more stuff into Delisle. Just a tiny bit of lore. There we go. Castling 1. This being a 4-4 squad mission. Oh, wrong button. I want to check the victory conditions. Because I'm stupid. Now, what are the victory conditions on this map? Okay, command post. Simple, in theory. Now, the question that I have is, how many units can I use? Multiple, at least. Doesn't mean that it'll be a lot, but at least 2. I have 4 turns. shouldn't be too bad. Now I want to know, can I spawn another squad? Yes. Yes, I can. I won't need all of these turns, by the way. This should end pretty quickly. Bang, they're all dead. NTW has ended their lives. End the turn here. Bang, 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 bang. 4 squads dead. NTW is really fun at Mod 3. It's very nice. I mean, I should just be able to go break through with 4-4 though. Also, basically, all of Squad 4-4 got new skins this update. And UMP40 did as well. Which, makes me a bit... Makes me a bit sad about my monetary situation at the moment. Now, I'm not broke by any means, but I have spent a lot of money recently. On car repairs, fuel, new tires, art. Which, by the way, I'm very happy with. Someone posted that on Twitter. Fuck over the money you will lose a few pounds. Ah, yes. Task Force Fly continues breaking through the lockdown toward the repeater station. Meanwhile, M4 looks silently at AR-15 as she adjusts her gear in the darkness. I guess you're not going to let the matter go, are you? Do you have something to tell me? What was the force field? That day. The moment the explosives went off, Mastermind created a force field around me. Someone managed to survive, although most of my body was blown to bits. Then, how did you get out of that place? And Justitos rescued me. I went through a whole mess of things after that, but in the end, I was fixed. A-15 sighs and looks at her wrists, which she dexterously rotates. They also upgraded me along the way, and that's about it. That's it. You've always been like this. You've always loved to hide and burrow yourself away. Did you know that back then, all of us thought that you... I had to shut down all my external interfaces in order to curb the parapluie still within my body. I spent a long time lying down for servicing in an underground room where I couldn't even see the sun, so don't ask why I didn't contact you. If you'd come back earlier, a lot of things wouldn't have ended up like they did now. Yes. You see, AR-15 is a very wide family of rifle. Technically, M4 is also an AR-15. M16 is also an AR-15. Submod is also an AR-15. It's the whole weapon family. She is technically the overarching family of all M4, M16, that entire family of rifles. Yeah. This one of them looks like the SMG compared to the other. It's just shorter barrel. An AR-15 could be in 9mm. An AR-15 can be in 7.62. An AR-15, though, that I think that is actually considered an AR-18 because it uses a slightly different gas system. But basically, AR-15s can exist in a lot of different calibers. But these two are actually both in 5.56. You can tell by the magazine. Either that, or 300 Blackout. Loaded with 50 BMG. How about 50 Beowulf? 50 BMG would be kind of too big, though. At least we could have gone back to how things used to be. That's just wishful thinking on your part, M4. When I woke up, I was told that my neurocloud had been heavily altered thanks to Parapluie. Part of that involved deleting my original principal order. Principal order? What's that? A15 gazed intently at M4. Everything I did had protecting you as my top priority, even if it meant sacrificing myself. You should have sensed it too, right? This was our original principal order. Not just for me, but the other members of the AR team as well. That was why everyone fought so hard for your sake. Did that order make you feel very uncomfortable? I just thought it was stupid. Good thing it was deleted. I'm no longer bound by this order. Perhaps, technically speaking, I'm free. And so, after going through all that, I won't risk my life to protect you anymore. But now, I'm no longer like I was, like how I was in the AR team. I'm still planning to take risks even with someone like me at your side. But of course, that's completely irrelevant. Rather, it might be for the better that nothing can force you to do anything anymore. It also makes me feel less burdened. You've really changed them for. I think it's for the better. But I still haven't figured out why Mastermind would save you. I don't know either. Perhaps our orders to destroy Sangus Ferry, or perhaps everything else, aren't as simple as we thought. Even though we're still enemies with all the Sangus units that we see, the enemies behind us... doesn't matter. Clearing obstacles from my path has always been the way of things. I just want to know who really needs to die. That's enough for me. M4 gets to her feet and walks off. For a moment, there was an icy gleam in M4's eyes. She's changed. But is it really for the better? What are 44cm shells? Absolutely not. Castling 1. Castling 2. Apparently we will run into another boss. Or at least potentially. Actually we probably will, because it's going to be chilling at a command post. At least when M4 does dumb shit, AR-15 will jump in front of her, but out of her own volition, not because of the program. Yes! That is kind of what, you know, technically could happen. I don't know if it actually does. But yeah, I think I will actually make the reference that I commissioned more public than it is right now, because at the moment you can see the reference sheet in the subscriber channel in my Discord. However, that's not where it's going to stay. It's also going to go into the announcement channel, and maybe I'll put it in my Twitter. The thing is, I'm not sure about the last one, specifically because I don't know how to protect something from being stolen. Put on Twitter so Ice will share with Goobers and you get a boost. I mean, I don't actually know if Ice has seen it yet, because the thing is... Oh. A Griffin squad has spawned back there. Interesting. Can I spawn another? I can. Very nice. I only have one turn left. But I should have enough moves. If she didn't, she will put it... if she didn't, she will if you put it on Twitter. That's fair. I mean, I'll also put... As I said, I'll put it on the announcement channel as well. The full one. Which at the moment only has, like, a small snippet of the area with the crystal. Because Tiberium. It's very neat. And definitely not a danger to all of humanity. I don't know what the Griffin units over there are doing, but you know what? At the moment, it doesn't matter. We need to go to the command post. Right now. Alright. All enemies dead. Sorry. There might be a secret if you get the Griffin unit to step on that radar platform as well. I'm back, and things don't look good at all. I mean, that's still the military's main force out there. Get to the point. What are the military's current movements? Well, the military's vanguard units are sweeping the contaminated areas, and while the armed units are standing by at the perimeter, they'll probably catch up soon. Still, even if they're vanguards are just recon units, we're still no match for them. If you keep targeting the military's repeater stations, we'll run into them sooner or later. And I suggest we retreat. No. We still have a chance now, given that the main body of the military forces is still on the area perimeter. Once the army units roll in, it'll be too late to do anything. Okay, 12. Give me the route of the advance for the military scouts. Our first priority is circling around them. Well, it's just direction. The military's axis of advance is roughly ahead this way. If you want to avoid them, the most effective route would be to go through this area. After we make it through this location, we'll be in the radar blind spot for the military units. And for a fucking rocket launcher, she can deal with a recon 50 unit of 50. What are the risks of taking that route? Things will become more troublesome if Sangus Ferry decides to get in our way. After all, it's tight terrain. But after considering the wide detection radius of the military, I cannot recommend taking any other route. Sangus will always get in our way. It's the same wherever we go. We'll head out then. If you encounter any Sangus units, destroy them quickly and move on. Task Force Defy clashes with Sangus units along the path that avoids the military units. Are these Sangus units standing guard with pre-programmed behavior patterns? They crumble the moment we make contact with them. I'm not used to that. Mastermind is handling the threat which the military poses. Perhaps she's contracting a defense line. She must know that these trash are meaningless in the face of the military. It's more like they're trying to draw us in. Cease advance. AK 12. Do you detect any abnormalities? No. Still worried that it's a trap? Yes. At least I'm not picking up any signals. Something crashes straight into AK-12's position and a mighty explosion scatters the team. Is M4 still a commanding doll, and does she have the... Yes. She is still a commanding doll, and Angie has given direct command to her. You just happen to have entered my firing range. Was this the T-doll who's been searching for signals all this time? It's not good to learn the names of the cast ahead of time, you know? AK-12. AK-12. Focus A94. It's the Sanguis ringleader. We meet again, M4. I hope you weren't offended by my crude greeting. Should you really be hanging around here when your mastermind is about to be overcome by the military? And what if those were the orders of Mastermind gave me? It's not like I'm a unit that's particularly hard to handle. You won't mind taking care of me, will you? Or could it be you hoping the Mastermind would send someone more important to deal with you? A94. From now on, you will take AK-12's place. But AK-12, she... Get moving, A94. I'm not dead yet, M4. AK-12 walks out of the smoke. A-94 won't be able to take it if you give her too much stress at times like these. AK-12! Is that your true appearance? What a shame. I really like that cape. Judging by your AD signal, you must be intruder, am I right? I honestly didn't expect you to fire from outside of detection range. I apologize, but it's true that my lethality at this range is nowhere near that of my superiors. Still, that's fine. The preparations for the signal jamming are complete. Next, I shall personally bid you farewell. Click. Click, click. And a large number of Sanguine signals have appeared in front and behind us. What? I didn't detect them because they were maneuvered into positions while they were offline, following pre-planned routes. Interesting. So we're surrounded again. And why am I saying again? There's a Sanguine's ringleader here on top of it all. Well, scrapping here isn't a problem. The military recons units will find us here if we don't move fast. Have you decided, M4? Are we going to fight or... Everyone, prepare to disengage. We've got no time to waste on that. Everyone's top priority is to escort AK-12 to the repeater station. Anyone who can't make it, look for cover. Gave that order yourself. This is for everyone's sake. Only you and AN-94 can connect the repeater station. We need to ensure your safety. What an honor. Let's go. Leaving in the middle of the performance? I won't allow that. Do you know what sort of script awaits you up ahead? Harry, intruders' units are closing in. Also, what are we going to do about the Sanguine's forces ahead? All we can do is break through the maze up. Don't stop. One moment, M4. The Sanguine's forces ahead are fighting with another unit. Those are Griffin echelons. Friends of yours? It's a commander, M4. I recognize several of the titles in there. I'm not going to stop and say hi. How about a pincer attack from behind as you meet your commander? It won't help the present circumstances much. We're going to take this opportunity and pass through from the rear. AK-12, plot new kills. That certainly is an efficient decision, M4. Are you mocking me? I'm mocking myself. Now that you've become me, what should I become? I was just kidding. After all, unlike you, I haven't started hating myself yet. M4 chuckles. Yeah. There's a lot of things we can't just do. Because we want to. This is a battlefield, and the only thing we can do is complete our mission. Good luck, Commander. Task Force Defy takes the opportunity to seize the repeater station. Hacking begins. Miss AK-12. Speak, but be brief, I need to focus. Can I use the data links of this repeater station to keep an eye on the commander and the Griffin force's current condition? Not possible. The space doesn't connect to anything related to battlefield conditions. A-94 has already told me all about the uses of this repeater station. So please tell the truth, AK-12. The truth? The truth is... Smiles bitterly. A-94 is really is a good, honest girl, isn't she? So you've asked a question to which you already know the answer. But the most important thing for this mission is to find the most critical data and send them back to Angie. Do you agree? I do not deny this. You worry that after we contact Angie, you'll get a new set of orders right away and miss the chance to learn about them, is that it? Forget I asked. AK-12, finding out about the Griffin unit's present condition won't take long. Natsu, Air-15? Speak up for me, won't you, A-94? We shouldn't distract ourselves with other things, so AK-12 is doing the right thing. Some things mean more to us than you can imagine. Don't keep being AK-12's yes man, A-94. I'm merely stating a fact. Given the present circumstances, there's no denying my statement. Well, perhaps your neurocloud has already surpassed mine, and you can calculate an answer beyond anything I can derive. You... That's fine, AR-15. Let it be. Roger that. I've already gotten what I want. It was quicker than I expected. AK-12 glanced at M4. Before I disconnect, I have to say that I myself am quite curious about how the Griffin forces are doing. Taking a quick peek is well within our ability. Is that so? Then AK-12, I'd like... Oh. It's loading something else. There we go. Ah! AK-12. Shut down all wireless and transmission devices. A94. Cut all level 2 interfaces. Now. They'll cut. What happens? The military's activated a Class 1 active defense. Don't do anything unnecessary if you don't want your neurocloud to be burnt to ash. At a time like this... Does the military need to use something like this? They might have run into a little big problem. Well, I know their EW abilities. The sheer power on display is frightening. We can't even access the Xena network, so our dummies are temporarily offline. But a huge upheaval like this is bound to affect their own command systems too. Looks like the situation is really bad. Can you check this to see what happens? All frequencies are scrambled now, so our enemies shouldn't be able to do anything. But we can't contact Angie either. There's nothing we can do except sit and wait. You go rest first. I'll try to fix this messed up network. And for, do you regret what you did? Why would I? Well, that's not turning back to save the commander just now, or not taking the repeater station immediately and getting new orders. Are you really conscious of all the decisions you've made? If regrets could help anything, I'd do it. I'm just too small relative to this battlefield. All I can do is pick the course of action I feel is best and carry it out, and then live with the outcome. Is that so? I think... Click. Oh, look, the inside comms network's back online. M4 stands up and begins their transmission. Miss Angie, this is M4. We've taken the repeater station as planned. AK-12 will send you the information she's obtained. Good, got it. Looks like the military has encountered a situation beyond their imagination. Hopefully you weren't affected by the active defense just now. We finished hacking before that. We're now waiting for our next order. Don't rush, M4. You've got emergency rescue mission now. Boring for you, perhaps, but definitely much simpler. Our targets. It's Squad 4-4. They're pinned down by Sanguis main forces in a major Sanguis database. You're the only ones they can count on. I've marked the coordinates. Those are your present orders. Repeating mission objective. Relieve friendly units at coordinates so-and-so. Task was defined, moving out. M4 still hasn't given up on your MIA friend from the AR team AR-15. Whether it's finding the missing AR team member or meeting her commander, she won't have many chances for either of them. You'd think that because you clearly don't understand M4. Is that so? Then I guess you don't understand the present M4 either. We'll know the answer soon enough. Very good. That is Castling 2. Now on to Castling 3. Which will probably be the last one for today, because of how long a mission and specifically the dialogue count it takes. Let me see. What is the combat? Okay, destroy all enemies. Slightly annoying. Let me actually heal you real quick. There we go. Move you over here. And then spawn a second squad. Now this squad doesn't have a pistol, so I've not been using it in night battle, but I think it should be fine for the moment. As you can see, the enemy is actually starting to deal damage to us. The power level, it's rising. There's an enemy down there, that's for sure. Move you over here. I'm actually wasting a point of movement because I didn't spawn anything earlier. Because thanks to the fact that that squad down there doesn't actually have any pistols, I can't see the helipod, so I can't spawn anything. I don't want to move this unit because they're currently standing on a raid. They're not going to be able to capture it. They're not going to be able to capture that radar because it's already encircled. Alright. But the bean has been destroyed. But despite the fact that these don't actually have any night battle equipment or pistols with them, they're still going to be able to do fairly well. So now you should be able to capture this radar. More importantly, there's a unit down here that we still have to kill. Very good. Now, I think there should be one left down here. Yep, there it is. Okay, that should be the last one though. Very good, very good. Task Force Defy continues breaking through the Sanguis unit's location and carries on to Squad 4-4's location. I'm curious about something. When NG asked you to rescue someone, were you disappointed when you learned that it was Squad 4-4 that you'd be saving? Not Sub 2, not anyone else, not even the commander. Orders are orders. Since we have to save Squad 4-4, then that's the most important mission given the present circumstances. Is that so? Are you curious about what's going to happen next? This feeling again. Very well done, Info. You're steadily returning to your original self. You're not far from home. Everyone can go home together, if only you're willing. I once wondered if you'd come and bother me again. Are you still not ready to tell me who you are? The answer only has meaning when you find it yourself. If you're willing to seek it, then you must find your own self. Build a connection to her. Everything begins from there. You're always hoping I'd do what you tell me, aren't you? You don't understand the truth. And I won't harm you. Prove it then. If you can help me find the location of Sub 2 in M16A1, then I'll consider reconnecting with her, with your goddamn mastermind. I'm surprised, Tactical Doll M4I1. You actually stated terms of exchange of your own initiative. If you're as nice and friendly as you say you are, then help me now. Coordinates. Head towards these coordinates. Are these coordinates for Sub 2 or M16? My terms were for the positions of these two people. I've already given you the coordinates. If you want to find your friends, then hurry. And Paul snickers at the answer. Hurry. Sanguis Ferry no longer has the initiative. You have no bargaining chips to play. I can wait. Can you? Answer me. M4? M4! M4's consciousness returns to reality. Sorry, I got distracted. What did you say? I should be the one to apologizing. I must have been too boring. A15, explain the current situation to her. Squad 4-4's present location is up ahead. I guess Sanguis Ferry really doesn't like them. Just look at how dense the encirclement is. Serves you right, UMP. We're the ones who'll have to deal with them, AR-15. We'll start by cutting a path from the outer perimeter and easing the pressure on Squad 4-4. And find out this is AK-12 looking at her. What is it? I'm just curious about how things will look the moment when the AR team's leader meets Squad 4-4's leader. We'll need to save them first for that to happen. Oh, is she looking at it with eyes closed? Yes. Scanners, probably. Squad 4-4, this is M4. We've reached the outer wall of the central database generator room. What's your status? Squad 4-4. Oh my, you're here at last. So you're the leader of the AR team, or rather, the former leader, Miss M4A1. Is that 45? Just hearing her voice tells me she's dangerous. Is AR-15 there too? How does it feel to be adult? M4A1 is now our leader. Hurry up and talk about the mission. Fine, fine. Things aren't too good over here, but we can still traverse open ground. Have you finished the mission Angie gave you? I feel guilty about answering your transmission otherwise. Gather your people. We'll be reaching the marked position in 5 minutes. We'll meet up there. Evacuating after finishing your mission is very simple, M4. But some scores need to be settled right away. It's not just a personal grudge, but for the most part it's also planning for the future. What do you have in mind? If it involves creating unnecessary complications, I'll pass. Gauger. Did you know? The difficult situation you see now was fundamentally orchestrated by Gauger. Gauger? Don't tell me the commanders engaged with their units. They're also the ones surrounding us. If you ran into any trouble before this, it was probably them too. I think Intruder is Gauger's subordinate. She'll come up behind us soon and launch a pincer attack on us from front and rear. Why did Gauger ditch me in Squad 4-4 to fight Griffin's forces? Forget it. 45, are you ready to terminate her right now? I thought Gauger would pronounce similarly to Geiger. Why? Gauging something is an actual word, so Gauger would be... Yeah, I guess I can do it. Although this plan will need your help. What do you think? Tell me the plan and I'll decide. I've sent it to you. The coordinates are already marked on the map. And 4 checks and mail. Let's see. Scott 4-4. No, 45. Is this why you're so feared? Squad 4-4 is great. 45 is up for mischief. You know what? Will I... Yeah, let's try to finish at least this one path. So that we have half of the chapter, half of this part of the event done. Which, you know, seems like a fair point. Have a good drive, H. I won't be for much longer, but, you know, have a good drive. And a good luck. I need to capture the command post, which means I'll have to surround capture it. That's pain. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Classic plus. Can't help it. Oh, I'm sure you can. No. I'm gonna abuse that situation here. Get an extra move. Not possible. Hey, Mickey. How are you doing today? Teasing us something irresistible? I don't understand why. Shouldn't be that hard to resist. Din, 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 din. That's simple. Welcome to my story rundown as I play through Singularity for, honestly, the second time. Bang, bang, bang. The enemies are getting a little bit more serious here. I'm doing quite well. Having fun, you know, playing through a decent and pretty fun event, all things considered. Can I? I cannot. Yeah. I'll just move you up here then. Does anything happen? No. Shame. A normal radar in an event map? Unbelievable. Now there is some military units here. Or at least there is some military units captured areas. Which does actually mean that I probably have to capture some radars here. Q model. Thank you, I suppose. It does not, in fact, represent even just the slightest bit of myself. Or at least my looks. I'm a dude. Look like that. Unfortunately, I do not. Oh, you fluffy. Oh. There aren't many people that have seen my actual face, but believe me, I do not look like this. There's a red bean. Don't like it. Let's just surround capture these things over here. No, genuinely, I'm a very tall man. But every YouTuber based off themselves, that's what I did. No, that's generally fairly rare. I mean, actually no, not rare, but like it's a 50-50. Some people do, some people don't. It could be a very tall man, I don't know. No, genuinely, it's a 50-50. Some people do shape the models up themselves, but other people, like me, this didn't start out as an avatar. It started as a mascot for the channel, because I've been streaming for, like, way longer than VTubing existed. So, I just kind of turned my mascot into an avatar. And, you know, that's what it is. Could be those 3 radars I need to capture for these to become mine. That's entirely possible. Oh, there we go. It's an enemy ambush. What a surprise. Now I need to avoid the red bean at all costs, because that's some firepower I don't want to deal with. Thank you very much for the follow, Himikimi. Glad to have you here. There's another red bean. Not a fan. You are alerted for what tiles? Only these. Oh, that's annoying as all fuck. That is really not great. Shit. That means that there's another red bean right there. Do I need to capture Actually, no, that really red bean over here moved. You're very good with accents. I mean, my accent is weird in general. I'm very sorry. No, actually, I'm German. That's a very interesting guess. Though, actually, I've been rolling my ass today a lot. I'm German. Very German. I've just been rolling my ass for fun, generally. It's a habit that gets lost. That just kind of happens every once in a while. Good enough, Pat. Good enough. Can't spell English, let alone German. It's fine. Usually, you don't need to spend. You don't need to speak a language. This one is very well alerted to everything around it. Just move you over here. It's trying to help you. Let's end the turn here. I've Scott Form move forward. Maybe they'll deal with one of the red beans for me. That would be great. Don't know how I'll deal with the other. That did not get rid of the red bean. Oof. That's some firepower for a night battle. That's some serious firepower for a night battle. Has this red bean moved as well? No, it hasn't. What tiles are you alerted to? That's not great. Go away. Don't want you here. Leave this place, please. I'm not a fan of the red beans being where they are. You have a German friend, he hates Germany though. That's odd. I mean, I do know a lot of people that don't... I guess there are a lot of people that don't like Germany, but Germany is a very comfortable place to live in. All things considered. I don't hate Germany. I love Germany. He does live in Berlin. I mean, that doesn't mean much either. Why are you so weird? And why do these two just have to be these massive dicks? I have all the radar stations. Which is, you know, something. That should get rid of a red bean. Maybe we need to bait them beans to camp the radar. Doubtful. This battle is actually going to be annoying. No idea what's going on, not gonna lie. Don't worry about it. At the moment, I'm trying not to die. Not got this far yet. Okay, there goes one of the bosses. Let's switch out 9 and 45. Very glad I switched them out, because that should have dealt a lot of damage. Geiju does Midara Setsugeka. There's a lot of stuff going on. I highly recommend to play through the story, and especially the events that are currently already able to be played. Let's see. Oh, that's good. That's good. This squad can deal with the bread beans. We need to have this squad deal with the red beans. Only had the game for 5 years, I think. The game's only been out for 5 years. At least in the West. Same. Now here's the annoying part. That other red bean has moved into a position where it closed off the only path that I can take to take that other radar station. Which is just great. You did take a 4-year break. I see. See, that makes a lot more sense. I can totally shuffle this. I need to, first of all... You only played it when it came out, but now you're sad your G11 isn't meta anymore? Oh no, she is. She absolutely is. You might have missed some stuff, but G11 is still very meta. This might be a problem. Oh no, she's really good. Like, she's extremely good. Like, her base model is still strong. It's still up there in DPS. But the fact that her mod 3 is insanely strong. Because she deals percentage damage to armored units. Basically, she will deal damage to anything. I mean, G41, yeah, no, G41 isn't meta anymore. That's true. But G11? G11 is super meta. I might run out of turns here. Which would be annoying. If anyone's not meta, that's sad. You love it too. I mean, she's cute. That's, you know. Good enough reason. The thing is, she's not meta, but she isn't terrible. She's usable. Is basically the general consensus. I think this one might be a mistake to attack. Move! Yeah, that was a mistake. Yikes. Basically, at this point, I'm gonna have to sacrifice a squad to finish the mission. Which is fine, honestly. All things considered, not that bad. Now, this is a problem. That's a genuine problem. I've not played an event before yet? I see. Yeah, then it doesn't matter. Just play whatever you want. Capture HQ. Okay. Now I need to move quickly. I need to sacrifice someone. That's gonna be so annoying. I have 7 turns left. I need to retreat this group. Because otherwise this one will kill her, but at the same time, this will be captured next turn, so I still have pain. Not great. Not great. I need to end the turn here. Capture that tile. That will be fine. This beam will go the other way now. Retreat the squadron. Not gonna get an S rank. Withdraw. Battle failed. That's fine. Actually, I could have just... the S rank was gone already, I have to admit. That would not have worked out. But I just realized that I was stupid because Gauger is already gone. I could have just have the AI dude walk onto the capture point. I wasn't very smart about this. You see, my thought was, oh, I have to surround capture the capture point. Which is true if the boss was still here. But it's not. This dude can just walk in, capture it, and I win. I'm not a smart man. Ta-da! I win. God damn it. On the outskirts of the central server at the Sanguis command post. Agent, M4 has returned. She's already made contact with 404 at the central database. This was not an unexpected move. Rather, we were waiting for this. Do what you need to do. Acknowledged. My forces are spreading out as per the original plan. However, the strange thing is that M4 has left her comrades at the central database and that Signal is making a lone breakout. It's okay. Abandoning her friends is abnormal behavior for M4. It might be bait, but it's also an opportunity. I'll leave it to you. Whether or not it's a trap, I trust your judgment. Any trap set by a few civilian dolls would be a waste of effort. Mastermind has ordered us to bring M4 back. This alone is the highest priority. M4 is currently breaking through the Sanguis encirclement by herself. It's one after another. Looks like you don't intend to let me go even when the military is about to annihilate you. The military is only a threat to you, and as it happens, Griffin has also been destroyed. That makes me curious as to why you would choose to go at it alone, M4. Did you think that you could doing so would draw my attention? Are you trying to save your other friends in this area? It's alright if you keep quiet. Once I remove your arms and legs, all that remains will be your mouth. At that point, I'll have plenty of time to wait for you to speak. Not yet. I haven't reached the designated location yet. I need to keep heading forward, just a little further. Checkmate. In truth, I did not expect you to pick this corner as the place where you would meet your tragic, pitiful ends. M4, I'm very glad that we will no longer keep... Can't speak. I'm very glad that we will no longer need to keep harassing each other. Oh yes. There's no need for that anymore. I'm glad you will be willing to accompany me all the way to the end of the line, Gauger. What are you hiding, M4? Click. Enjoy your chat with M4, Gauger? Still, while you're enjoying yourself, don't forget your old friends. 4-4? Still alive? Oh, don't look so surprised. That's right. To celebrate our reunion, we've prepared some presents for you. Please, don't be shy and accept them. What? The signals of the units behind me have vanished, but how? Do you like it? Alright, I won't disturb you then. Please hold on to that jaw and continue the delightful conversation with M4. The transmission ends. How could this... The units are left at the database. By those few people from 4-4. What a tiny little being you are on this battlefield. Understand now. You found a way to fake your friend's signals. Which means the situation in the rear, or the fact that you're alone here now, it's all an illusion. Checkmate, Gauger. Come off it. Even if you've got other Griffin dolls hidden behind you, they won't save you from being cut to bits. Right here, right now. Show me how your shoddy toy dolls can stop me and my forces. Well, if shoddy toy dolls can't stop something, why not let the pros handle it? Click, click. Authentication complete. Awaiting orders. Abandoned military units. No, it can't be. Something must have gone wrong somewhere. Gentlemen, would you kindly kill everything that moves? The force-connected military units open fire in unison. A few seconds later, the Sanguis main force pursuing M4 is utterly annihilated. Impossible. Still resisting, huh? Now, tell me everything you know. There's no need for that AR-15. Has Intruder fled? Nah, forget it. M4 walks in front of Gauger. What are you hoping for? Griffin is no more, and even your commander's receiving the personal attention of Agent. This is followed by the sound of a body hitting the ground. M4 opens fire and executes Gauger. Mission complete. Task was defined. Gather and prepare to rendezvous with Squad 4-4. There was neither satisfaction nor pleasure. It was not revenge, more like a numb instinct. Ugh, not again. Sub 2, M16. No. They're not what your heart truly desires. I've said everything I can to you already. What you want, the only one thing you want, is revenge. You want to make people, you want to make the people who hurt you pay. Finding your friends is nothing more than an excuse. This is good. You've become more and more like your original self. I don't care what I used to be, but as I am now, I have no more pity for you lot. I've reconsidered your terms. I hope this will not convince you to reconnect with her. This will now convince you that... That's more like it. And Thor sneers coldly. And Thor... What on earth? Not her. Keep in mind that, that Singularity is a bit different in the way that they do things. Guess Execution is out of character for Thor? Very much so. Very much so. She used to be called a very nice and calm cinema roll. Now she just goes and executed the boss that she was fighting. Not exactly up her character. But remember one thing about Singularity. They keep producing the same dolls over and over. With slight improvements. And their personalities are the same way as dolls, uploaded to a network and then put back into the same body. Unless there's someone toying with the memories. Which is not that frequent. But yeah, killing her does nothing. Killing her does something. It's one thing out of spite, because, you know, killing her, getting rid of her combat capability right then and there, because they're gonna have to take time to rebuild her, but at the same time, when was the last point that her data was uploaded, right? But I actually need to end my stream for today. I've already gone a bit over time. My mouth is extremely dry, which is making it a little bit tougher to speak clearly. And I'm just gonna end my stream here after I figure out who to raid. And honestly, I think I'm gonna go raid Labatt. It's been a while. The man has made a name for himself. He's actually voiced in a small feature film. But this man has the most amazing voice you can imagine. He's a British man with an extremely good voice. Wink, wink. Stop. Don't know what you're trying to do there. But anyway, just got ahead of and carried... Oh, I see. Ha! Funny. I don't think that's how that works either. Anyway, let's start the raids. He's currently playing Honkai Star Rail, which I didn't expect him to play, but, you know, more power to him. And I'm going to end my stream for today, and be back tomorrow with some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where we're still playing through our German campaign. And we had some very fun battles last week, so, yeah. Have a good night. Bye.